Hey guys, welcome back to Echocast. This is the official Echocraft podcast. Okay, gosh, dang it. Maybe you should try these one of these days. try
You want
doing
me
the
to try
intro. I don't know if you want to try it.
it? I mean, I can go for it.
Yeah, okay, go for it. Let's
I can go
let's
for
see.
it.
Let's see how you do
If
it.
anything, it'll be a funny bit.
Yeah.
Wait, what should I say? Okay. Hey guys, welcome to the Echocast podcast. We like
Echocast
wow.
podcast. Okay, let's keep that. Let's keep that. Welcome
True.
back
It
to
is a
Echocast. This
Actually
is
accurate.
This is a podcast. This is indeed a podcast about Echocraft, which is a Minecraft server that we are both a part of. My name is Pokemaniac 101.
And I'm PizzaBuff.
I've always wondered whether I should shorten my intro a little bit. Like I know like everyone else calls me Poke or Pokey or whatever, but like when it comes to my intro, I'm always Pokemaniac 101. I always say the full thing, which I know a lot of other YouTubers don't. Like even if I just drop the number, I just smacked my mic. Even if I just drop the number, I'm not sure if I should do that, but it's like been so long. Like I've been doing this for like 8 years now. Like
Yeah.
this month is like 8 years on YouTube, so I'm kind of like I don't want to change it, even though I know it'd probably.
I mean, I've never had that problem because
less of a mouthful.
my username is 3 syllables. So.
Well, I wasn't smart as a 14-year-old choosing the name of. Well, no. Well, I was 12 when I came up with this name for my Minecraft account, and then 2 years later I started YouTube. So,
I mean,
yeah,
to be fair, this was not the original name. PizzaBuff was not the original name. It was a derivative of the original name. The original name was the MA Buff, and it wasn't even related to me at all. It was the Minecraft account that my dad initially made using his account, but he didn't know it would be like the username. He thought it was just like a name to put it under. So it was like basically his name shortened. And, condensed with something extra at the front. I don't want to get too specific because it was like it's his name, but like it wasn't even related to me. It was fun.
Yeah, I wonder how many people like regret their username just for the sake of like brand,
so
like
people.
for the sake of branding, or like imagine if you're like, you know, your username is like Luke Skywalker or something like that, but then you grow out of Star Wars 3 years later, and now you're kind of stuck with
Or you just realize
that.
that you probably shouldn't be calling yourself Luke Skywalker when 90% of your content isn't Star Wars related.
Yeah, I kind of get into that issue. Like I've been on a couple of the vidIQ like channel audit live streams, and whenever I am, they're like, okay, I don't see a lot of Pokemon on this channel, so I don't know why you're called Pokemaniac. So like I do Pokemon sometimes. I haven't touched Shield in a while, mainly because I was at college for a bit and didn't have a Switch, and then since coming home, I've just been like going really hard on Echocraft. But at least I have some Pokemon on my channel, and like, and I do like a lot of Nintendo based stuff, or at least I like doing Nintendo based stuff, so it kind of makes sense. But like, it's still a super big mouthful, especially when you get especially with like the 101 thing, when younger me was just like, oh, just throw a cool number at the end, he'll be fine. But anyway, welcome to the podcast. We are a bunch of Minecraft YouTubers that make Minecraft videos on a server called Echocraft, which has been busy lately because we've been working on a Nether Hub, which has been taking a while. We haven't started building yet. We just finished digging the big hole, and now we actually need to start building the thing, which hopefully should be much more exciting, but also probably much more tedious, because Instamine, like, I guess we won't have to deal with lava anymore. I fell in lava at least a dozen times and had to message people to come save me.
Like, full warning, I am going to be using printer mode.
What's that?
You don't know what printer mode is? Oh,
No.
Pokey. Pokey, you've been missing out. So literally, there's an add-on to Lightmatica where you can just have a bunch of all the blocks you need in your inventory. I used it for the I'm not gonna name it because it's gonna be in my next episode, but the thing in Spawn that I built that everyone is going to be able to go through eventually with the big copper roof.
I haven't been on for a bit. I've had a cold. I've been sick.
Well, you'll find out. But it's a Halloween thing.
Okay.
Um, and it's like a ride. But
Oh, that sounds fun. That sounds
yeah,
cool.
it's gonna be cool. There's gonna be jump scares and stuff. It's gonna be great. Um, but it's basically you can hit control and just have a bunch of blocks in your inventory, and it will auto place everything in the spot it needs to go.
Oh, that.
And it's like triple the speed of regular placing.
Oh wait. Oh no no. I did see that in Chief's video.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
As
I
long
don't.
as
I don't.
as long as
I
there's a
don't like
block
that
below it, it'll
though.
place it.
I don't like that though. That
I
feels
mean,
very very cheaty. Like I'd rather build
for
like
for something
just
like
build
that
things.
though, for something that's like it's just black concrete over and over and over again. Like there's a fine line there, and like for something I've already designed, like in a creative world or something, I don't feel bad about it because like I've already built it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm basically just copy pasting it. So I don't know. In my mind, it's like I've already built it. If it's something like on the fly, obviously you can't even do it because that's not how Lightmatica
You
works.
you
But
need the schematic.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
true. But
you
like
can't just have it build something.
I've added world edit to my creative tools recently. So I've been using that a lot for like landscaping
Hmm.
and even just like, oh, I need a big wall of mud. I can just world edit. But I don't feel bad using it because I know I'm gonna be building it in survival normally with with a blueprint. Like I'll have a guide, but like I'll still be going in there, scaffolding and everything, and placing every block by hand, which I think is fun. I think that's half of Minecraft to me. Like,
Hmm.
is the building and stuff. So I don't know. I'm not going to be using printer mode because I just feel like that's
It
just
has a
not
range
very
though.
fun
It
for
doesn't it
me.
doesn't like go. You can't just stand in one place. So you have to like move around, and you still have to like have all the blocks and stuff with you. You have to like go in rows. You can't just like stand in the middle of the thing and it'll place everything for you. You have to be within like 5 blocks or something for it to work. So
Mm.
theoretically, like you would still be able to place it in that spot. It just means you don't have to like be finicky and misplace things and yada yada yada.
Hmm. Yeah, I guess I can see the appeal for some people, but I just don't like the idea of that. Like even with world edit, I use a lot of the brushes. I
Yeah.
don't generally do a ton of just placing blocks en masse. Like I really like, especially with
Yeah.
landscaping, I really like having a brush in my hand and like manually like touching up, smaller bits, smoothing out this
Yeah.
spot and you know, chiseling away at a hill or something like that. I feel like that's still fun for me. I know Jeb
Mm.
says that he's Jeb said that they're never going to add like a hammer, like the old hammers in the mods, the old hammer mods that
Mm-hmm.
would carve out like 5 by 5 tunnels while you're mining. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, the people mojing said they're never going to add that because they said whatever they do, they want it to be one block at a time. Whether it's placing one block at a time or breaking one block at a time. So TNT can break a bunch of blocks at once, but you still have to manually
One
place a
block at a
block of
time. Yeah.
TNT. Yeah. So or a TNT duper, you have to build the TNT duper. Like you're like there's no tool or anything that's just gonna blow up big areas of land
Yeah.
without having to place or break blocks manually one at a time. And so I've kind of been world edit. The brushes are they kind of break that rule, but like it's just enough. It's just close enough that I'm fine with it. In terms of creative mode, creating something that I'm going to be placing in survival mode.
Yeah. That's fair. I understand that. I just For something as monotonous as that, it's just for me. It's like, man, it is.
I felt the lava
We've
was more
gone this
monotonous.
far already. Yeah.
Because yeah, we had a bunch of lava that we had to clear out because I mean it's in the middle of the Nether. If you guys haven't seen it yet, I don't know whether or not my video is going to be out by the time this podcast comes out because I have been really struggling to edit it and put clips together because a lot of it's just like, okay, doing a little progress and then just cut away. Hey, it's like a week later and guess what? This is done now. It's just like if you, I'm really struggling to get a flow down my video. But anyway, yeah. In case you guys haven't seen it, it goes top to bottom bedrock. So it's like 128 blocks tall, basically, and it's a big this big void or a space void thing. It's super cool. Or at least that's what we're planning on it being. And
It doesn't look like that yet.
yeah, it doesn't look like it yet. But by the end of my video, I'm gonna have the bottom half started. Not probably not done. I've spent way too long in this video. I need to get it out so I can focus on more Halloween based videos. But yeah, it's not done yet. But basically, yeah, we've been doing a lot of digging. It's been a few weeks, and we finally just got the pit done, and we hit a lot of lava on the way. And yeah, like I said, I had to call for help quite a few times. I know, but I know a lot of people are excited for it. Like I'm excited for this project to be done. You know, like the novelty
Yeah.
of doing a massive project like this is starting to wear off, especially when you get a. I'm glad. I think Sully and Magpie went in and spawn-proofed the place, so we're no longer
Yeah.
just creating a
Put glass on the
minefield of
bottom.
gas and hoglins. Because that was terrible. That was probably the worst part. Was just the gas just knocking into lava or hoglins and just the random sneak attacks from mobs all over the place. So yeah, hopefully it should
I
be.
can agree with that.
So hopefully it'll be much less dangerous, but I guess also much less. I guess like you were saying, it might make it a little less interesting, but definitely less frustrating. I know, like as I was getting towards the end of the project, I was definitely just like done digging. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
like I so there was an issue with the schematic where I had accidentally made the whole thing one block too tall, so we were either gonna cut into the a single bedrock layer on the top or the bottom, and so we already had the whole thing lined up at Y64. So I was like, okay, I'll just carve out the bottom layer of bedrock, and I barely got like 5 blocks in before I literally gave up. I was so frustrated. Like I was not having fun at all, because yeah, gas trying to break bedrock with a specialized TNT based contraption with gas firing you
Whenever there's gas around.
is not a good experience.
No.
And
It would not
I
be.
lost a lot of stuff too. It was, yeah.
Oh no.
Actually, luckily I was able to get like all my tools back. I lost a bunch of armor. A bunch of my armor kept breaking, but for the most part, like all my tools ended up surviving the whole process, and I don't know how. Well, I broke 2
That's
silk touch
that's
picks
surviving.
because I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, wow.
But that was it. That's all the tools I lost. Like even my elytra, I died and couldn't find my elytra, so I thought I'd lost that. But turns out, like a few days later, Magpie found a skeleton stuck in the bottom layers of bedrock wearing my elytra.
That's funny. Oh yeah, I think I remember seeing that in the Discord. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
The one named like I Love Rabbit or something.
Yeah. Rabbit gave it to me. I think is.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember the context behind that. I think I'd lost. I think I'd lost mine. Somehow I don't remember. Anyway, yeah, I lost. Rabbit gave me an elytra, so my elytra is called I Love Rabbit.
That's funny.
Anyway,
I actually have an idea. Like, go ahead.
No. You go ahead. I was about to change the subject.
Okay. I actually have an idea kind of similar to like the idea of like having to give things away because I've noticed there's like there's a bit of a class difference on Echocraft right now in terms of diamonds.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
There's me and Lagging and Mad mostly who have like 40 diamond blocks each, or at
Uh huh.
least. And then there's like you and Magpie and Rabbit and Lucid are kind of having a similar problem, and a few others that are just like dirt poor.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I'm actually gonna do this because it would be a lot of work, and I kind of just want to go back to building my regular base once I'm done with this Halloween episode.
Oh yeah, I haven't
But
made any progress on my base whatsoever. I thought
yeah,
I was gonna be doing a lot more work on it after the Wheat Wars were over, and then we're like, hey, we're building another hub.
Nether Hub. Oh, and then Halloween's here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Spooky
yeah.
season.
Oh my gosh, yeah,
Um,
Halloween videos. That's gonna. I'm excited. I've got some good ideas, hopefully, but I need to get working on those because I need 6 of them because like I think I've told you this before, but every year I do like a week long Halloween / channel anniversary
oh yeah, yeah,
special because my channel anniversary is October 25th, which is exactly a week before
yeah.
Halloween. And so every day except Sunday that week I do a Halloweeny based video. And so far it's been 8 years and I have not been able to do a full 6 episodes yet. Cuz I
You can do it.
always underestimate the amount of time I have, and I think I'm starting to do that again this year because I have not started. I've got some ideas going on, and I've made some mock-ups. Um, but yeah, the Nether Hub. I'm kind of hoping the Nether Hub's gonna fill in a little bit of that gap because it's very, you know, monsters and you know,
Yeah,
space void thing. I don't know. I feel like that would be relevant, and plus it'd just fill
yeah,
up a video that I might not make otherwise. uh,
yeah. Anyways, it was kind of an idea I had. I don't know if I'm actually going to implement it, but I was thinking I could make like a loan system, like an actual bank.
oh
And I even
really?
thought of a name. I even thought of a name. I could call it the Bank of Pizza, aka BOP for short.
Uh huh. The capitalist decides to
And
make a bank.
yeah, I gotta get like a proper like suit skin. Um,
I thought you
because
already did.
this ends up yeah, but it's like it's not good. It's not a very
Oh,
good one.
okay.
It's kind of just like brush spam. I gotta recruit Mithy again. Um, but I had an idea where I could like loan out like 10, 20, or 30 diamonds, and then it was just like an interest of like 1 diamond. Like you have the first week interest free. So if you manage to get the diamonds back to me within a week, you don't pay any interest.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but then after the first week, it's 1 diamond, and then the second week it just adds 1 diamond per week until you pay it back,
Uh huh.
which is like
So basically the
I think
deal
it's a good
you
deal.
used the basically the thing you did with me, but without me
Yeah, but it's like a
willingly
specified
going it.
amount every time. Yeah, you like actually have to agree to it.
Yeah.
um,
You just kind of threw that on me, and I was like, okay, you owe interest now.
did you give me the diamonds yet? I don't think you
Oh
did.
shoot, I collected them, but I never actually gave them to you.
I mean, I don't even. I'm gonna be honest. I don't even need them. I mean, if you want to keep them, I can also give you the IOU, and I can take that nice little dirt shop discount.
I was
Um,
already giving you a
that
dirt shop discount for second place.
I meant an additional dirt shop discount.
Like free? Just
It's just so you get a 50% discount, and then a 25% discount. So it's a 75% discount.
Okay, okay. If you want to do the math here, like, you know, what's 25% on a 50% discount? Cuz that'd be the way it goes, I think.
12.5%. 12.5%. So you get 62.5% discount.
Okay, but if I'm doing like 2 diamonds for 3 stacks of blocks, how the heck are you going to calculate that?
I just buy a lot of it. I
Just
just buy a
bulk,
lot of it.
just buy in bulk until you've got until you're spending
Uh-huh.
100 diamonds and you can take that off.
And I can just give you 40 diamonds instead of 100. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
38 diamonds.
I'll think about that. I might just give you the money that
But the discount.
I
Uh,
okay, but like in the long run, I want to make diamonds off of this shop, and I know you're gonna be
Yeah.
the number one person buying stuff because you're building out of mud and terracotta
I
and stuff.
I was hoping you would forget about that fact.
No, 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 no. I know.
Uh,
In the long run, I know you're gonna make me a lot of money.
no, stop being capitalistic.
Says you.
I'm the one who's supposed to be capitalistic.
Okay. Well. Okay. But anyway, that leads on to what I was talking about. Besides the Nether Hub, what's been going on with your channel? What have you been doing? I know you've been doing a few like building tutorials, or
Yeah,
like,
yeah, I've done a couple
or
of
not
those. And
tutorials,
actually,
but guides.
guides, yeah. I don't want to call them tutorials because they're not like the ones where like, oh, you put this block here and then you
Yeah, yeah,
put
yeah.
this block
They're like
here and then you put this block here.
Green's old building videos.
Yeah, yeah, that's kind of that was my biggest inspiration for them, honestly. Because I really enjoy those videos. Like I learned a lot from those videos personally. And of course, I'm not just like copy pasting the videos, obviously, because that's
Mm-hmm.
like copyright infringement, but not because you can't copyright those. But like it's I really enjoy just building for the sake of it and like going through the motions of building. And I figure like there's a lot of people who like as much as they want to build, they might not know some of the actual like there are strategies to building. Like there are specific ways that you can operate to make your building better.
Mm-hmm.
And I've actually really been enjoying kind of thinking, because to me it's like I don't actively think about it a lot of the time. It's not like a conscious effort a lot of the time. Like every once in a while, like I'll be like, okay, what specifically can I do to make this look better? But a lot of the time, it's just like, oh, I just got to do this and this and this and this. So it's actually
Mm-hmm.
been helpful for me even to be like, how can I explain this verbally
Yeah, yeah,
to
yeah.
people?
So
or
that so you're
visually,
you're
even
also like
better.
you're also just like explaining it to yourself, just getting your own thoughts in
Yeah,
order.
yeah,
I've started
yeah.
doing
And
that with when I'm doing like food deliveries, I'll have a voice
mhm.
recorder on my phone and just like audibly talk about like creative ideas and stuff like that. Like I'll brainstorm with myself in the car with a voice recorder.
Yeah.
Anyway, go
Yeah,
ahead.
it's an interesting thing, and they've actually been doing pretty well. Like my last one got like 330 views, which is like
Kind of
triple
crazy.
what I usually get on a video.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um. Uh. And the first one got like 90 or something, which is still not bad.
Yeah.
For my videos. And I get like the retention's not quite as good. I'm still working out kinks on like that's another thing I've been working on. I've really been I think I'm gonna next couple videos I'm gonna really make an effort to make the introduction, like the first 15-20 seconds of the video, like really compelling.
Mm-hmm.
Really try to get that down. And I have an idea for this upcoming Echocraft video with the mystery Halloween
Haunted house.
thing, but yeah, okay.
I can
Yeah,
follow
that.
context clues. I get.
uh, I'm as we speak, I'm like brainstorming ideas to put in it too, because I built the outside, but I don't know what to put inside, so I'm like drawing stuff out. But yeah, it's good. I'm making progress on my channel. I'm feeling pretty good about how the direction it's going. And I'm glad I'm able to do this without like I'm not feeling. I feel like I'm able to kind of drift closer to what the algorithm wants without making it feel like content that isn't mine.
Yeah, yeah,
Which is good.
yeah. I've been thinking about that too. Like yeah, again with like the intro thing, you're talking about making your intros a bit more compelling right off the bat. You know, when I started, I just copied the YouTubers I knew, which is like Stampy. So I just went straight into the whole scripted intros. Like, hey guys, this is Pokemon Going 1. And I still do that occasionally, but I've been trying to basically tweak my intros a little bit by having something fun or random or just kind of interesting.
Yeah.
And then go into my intro. And still do that. Hey guys, this is Pokemon Echo 1. Like after I've done the hook, and I've been experimenting with that a little bit because it's usually, like the Battle Chicken intro. Like that was so fun.
Oh yeah, I really
just
like the Battle Chicken intro.
and that was like super creative. You interrupted me also when I was recording that. I don't remember I don't know if you remember. I was
slept,
trying.
Yeah, I went to sleep.
Yeah, you slept, and I had to wait. Well, you slept, and then the next night was a new moon, and so I had to wait. I had to wait like 40 minutes. Yeah. Like, because you just came in.
I'm sorry. You didn't
But anyway.
have the thing, the notification.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, that was a idea that I just thought would be funny, and I wasn't thinking too much about the whole intro thing, but yeah, I do like the, anyway, I did like the Battle Chicken thing, and then I did my scripted intro. I've been able to. Oh, what? But like, yeah, I've been able to combine those. I've been able to make the first 15 seconds or whatever compelling while also just keeping the exact same style, like the exact same type of intro. Just like moving it 15 seconds later into the video or whenever. I don't time it. I'm not specific like that, but yeah.
Actually, I remember that whenever I first watched that video with the Battle Chicken, I laughed out loud with the Battle Chicken. I had because you didn't tell me that you were going to be calling it the Battle Chicken, because I knew you were doing something with the chicken, but I didn't know like what it was. So like you said, and the Battle Chicken, I'm like, Battle Chicken? I think the comment that I put down there was just Battle Chicken in all caps with like
it's
a
all
question
caps.
mark
Yeah,
and an
yeah.
exclamation point.
Yeah.
I was just like, Battle Chicken? Yes, I love it.
And just like the I was really focused on the comedic timing of that. Like that was a random idea I had that was like, this could be really funny if I just execute it well. And I think I did. I was laughing at it, editing it back, and apparently a lot of people liked it too. Yeah. And in case anyone hasn't seen it, in case you're new for some reason to Echocraft and you're just being introduced through this podcast, and decide to stick around for half an hour. So probably no one, but anyway. Okay, I was trying to make a joke, and then my brain just died. Anyway, for anyone who somehow is stuck around this long and doesn't know what Echocraft is, yeah, in one of my recent videos, I think it's called "The Game Is Over." It's got it's got like 2 big towers and my skin and pizza skin and anyway,
Lucid
the intro
as well.
Yeah. The intro to that video is what we're talking about.
With the Wheat Wars.
Oh, I just pulled up YouTube, my homepage, and 4 hours ago they GameQuire. Remember GameQuire? Remember the Halo thing they did?
Yeah.
They're doing a Minecraft one.
I haven't gotten a chance to look at it. Yes.
They're doing a Minecraft, and I think it's Sweden. Yeah, Sweden.
It's Sweden. Yeah.
But like
so excited for
a
that.
vocal, and they said this is unlike the Halo one. They're doing like a full 4-part choir for this one. Like you can record for different parts, and so like a massive like harmonized like choir singing Sweden for Minecraft. I am so excited for that. That is gonna be so cool. Anyway, yeah, the game is over. Echocraft 5 episode 5 is the Battle Chicken video. And in general, I really liked it. I really liked that video. I got a lot of good reception from that. I've also had like probably 11. No, how many? Probably like 15 new subscribers this past week from I don't know where. I haven't been able to track down the video where they're coming from, but I've just had a surge of subscribers recently, and I don't think it's from this video. Anyway, but yeah, okay. Let's talk about GameQuire, because that was fun. I did the Halo one, and did you end up recording for that too?
I did the Halo one as well. Yeah.
Okay, you just didn't. Yeah. I recorded my parts and then like compiled them together and put them on Twitter. just because I
I
thought it'd be
didn't do
fun.
that because I don't know why. Like usually, I think my voice is pretty good. I actually got an offer to join the school choir. I didn't take it up because I know the school choir. It's not exactly the music I'm into,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know why, but whenever I played it back, I just hated it. It sounded like garbage to me. It's just my voice is just sounded like so bad. I don't know. I
I
submitted
tried
it
to,
anyways because I figured like
yeah,
it didn't matter. But
I tried to do the
yeah,
drone,
I couldn't
but
do
I
it.
could not last
Get that
30
low.
seconds or
Yeah.
whatever at that low. So, and by the end of it, I was definitely out of tune, just kind of like breaking up, and I was like, okay, yeah. So I record like I think I record like 3 attempts at the drone. And I was like, okay, I'm giving up at this. So I just did the normal part, and
Yeah,
even
no,
then
I
I
think
was
I just did
struggling for
the
breath.
normal part. I just did the
Hmm.
normal part. I think I did the tenor pitch because that's the pitch that my normal singing voice is at.
Hmm.
Um, it just it didn't sound good to me. It might have been fine, and it was just me. I don't know. Maybe I did sound like garbage, but I it didn't. I couldn't hear myself in the actual recording because it was like hundreds of voices, so it didn't
Hmm.
really matter.
Yeah. On
Um,
the premiere live stream they did before they actually revealed like the full thing,
yes.
they showed like people who had submitted like their own recordings and stuff like on Twitter, and like were showing off the
Hmm.
community community stuff, and my video ended up going up on the live stream, and Marty O'Donnell loved it.
Yeah,
So
I saw
I thought
that.
that was
He
pretty
told me
cool.
that.
A
I thought
lot
that
of
was
people
cool
did.
too.
Like the comments were the live chat was blowing up when they heard mine. For some reason, I
I think
don't.
people were impressed with how well you had been able to cut it together.
Mm,
Because like for a one man job that you did probably over the course of a couple of days, like
no,
that
it
was
was one
pretty
day.
good.
It
It
was.
was
I just drove to a parking lot where no one would be able to hear me. I didn't want to do it in my house because I'm self conscious that way. But yeah, I just drove to a parking lot away from people and just singing in my car. It was really hot, by the way. It was so hot. I had to like keep the air conditioner off and the engine and stuff off, and so I think about halfway through I had to like to turn the engine on the AC and get it colder in the car again before I record any more takes because it was bad. And even today, for some reason, we've got like one day that's like really hot out of nowhere, as opposed to like
yeah.
the
It's been
normal
weird
fall
where I live
weather.
too. Yeah, it's been like we've had a couple of days here now where it's been like 60s and 70s, like normal fall weather, and then we had a
Hmm.
couple of days here that was like in the 80s, and like why,
Yeah, yeah.
why?
Well, yeah. My
Like
brother was
don't.
like, yeah, the weather app says we're gonna have like a really hot day on Friday, and all of us were just like, but why?
No,
No,
no.
we're done with the hot weather. Oh man.
Hot weather's supposed to be gone. Excuse me.
Yeah, no, I don't mind hot weather. I don't mind warm weather. I don't like hot weather.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
unless I'm in a car. There's like a feeling of like driving in the heat of summer with the AC on or whatever, but you still feel like the heat of the sun in your arms and stuff. I like that. I like that feeling. Anywhere else, I like walking outside, whatever. I can't stand really bad
Yeah,
heat
yeah. That's
like
that's
that.
that's me too. My issue is humidity. I can't. Humidity hits me hard. I can't deal with humidity a lot of the time. Uh,
Halloween's coming up.
Halloween. Halloween. Yeah,
Um,
we got Halloween.
yeah, I got some fun ideas for some videos. I don't want to say anything about them yet, just in case they don't happen, because like I said, every year I have ideas for Halloween videos, and they never quite I never quite complete my plans.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that completely. I've had issues with that before. Um, I don't know.
Hmm.
It's understandable. I'm trying to. I mean, my Halloween plan for a video is just that Echocraft video with a haunted house.
Hmm.
I do have an idea for real life though, which has nothing to do with my content. But
Oh, go ahead.
so I have a 3D printer, right? It's a really basic 3D printer. It's not
Yeah.
super precise or anything, but I'm at the point where I don't want a super elaborate costume, but I still want to like get a costume because it's fun. So
Yeah.
my friend actually gave me an idea. My friend at work, he said he did a Tony Stark costume once, where he just kind of took like a light and he like taped it to his chest basically and put some cardboard around it. And I'm like, wait a minute. I have a 3D printer and I
You can
know
just 3D print an arc
100% for
reactor.
sure. Well, I can get a light. I can 3D print some stuff. I can like wear like an overshirt over it so like it glows through my shirt. But then I know 100% for sure that there are like 3D schematics of Iron Man like gauntlets. So I could just make like a gauntlet like the one that he has in Civil War where he doesn't like have a full suit but he's trying to defend himself against Bucky. And he just gets like a little like strap like a little like unfoldable like gauntlet glove thing.
Yeah, little sidearm
get one of
type
those?
Iron Man.
Yeah. It's like a concealed pistol, but it's a concealed repulsor hand
Yeah.
thing.
That'd be cool.
And just wear some cool sunglasses. And like I don't know.
And
Like
grow
push
a
my hair up
goatee.
a little bit. get a Sharpie. Just Sharpie it on.
I could grow. I just have to shave my face into a goatee because I don't have any problem growing facial hair. I'm at the point now where like I try to shave fairly. I mean I don't know. I don't know what I want my beard to look like if I want a beard. You know, I'm at the point where I'm just growing it out until I like how it looks and then trimming it. I don't know. I'm experimenting with it a little bit, which means it looks fairly messy right now. Because
I feel like I've never tried it, because I don't really like the idea of facial hair for my face. Like I just don't want stuff on my face. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's fair. And there's definitely times where I just feel like just not having a beard on, you know.
Yeah. That's
I'm like
where I'm at.
I'm kind of at the point where like okay, I kind of like the style of just kind of having a fairly short, just like a scruff type thing, like a. I'm trying to think of a fictional character, with the style I'm thinking of. I really can't think. But yeah, I'm experimenting with my facial hair. So my upper lip does not grow nearly as fast as the bottom. So when I do grow, I have to like if I'm going from clean shaven to wanting to grow it out a little bit, I have to shave like everywhere else except for my lip for a while before that catches up, and so everything can kind of grow out at the same time because otherwise it just looks gross, like a neck beard thing.
Yeah, I'm kind of. I feel like if I did it, because I have like a bunch of like, my skin is just dumb. Anyways, I feel like it would just grow really odd and like patchy. Like I've never like tested it, but I feel like just a hunch. I just feel like it'd be weird. I don't think it'd
Yeah.
work out well because like my like I do have to shave every day. Like it grows pretty quickly, but it doesn't like. I don't know. I just feel like it wouldn't go well. I don't know.
What about other hobbies like besides these? I've started
Other hobbies?
looking into model trains. I say looking into. I've got a few that I really want, but they are crazy expensive. Like it is, it is seriously a super expensive hobby. But yeah, I've been trying to look at there's basically like an eBay for model trains called a Hatton's, and you can go on there and find like used engines and stuff like that. So I've been looking in there. I grew up on Thomas the Tank Engine, so like I'm really into British models and stuff like that, like British engines. So I'm trying to find a few of those. My brother got like a little diesel set. We went to like a model train exchange near like locally, just because it was there, and we were both like, oh, this would be cool. So we checked it out, and he ended up
Mhm.
getting like a little set. So now I kind of want one.
Yeah, we have like a little model train area underneath one of the buildings in like the basement in town as well. It's pretty cool. I enjoy going over there and because they have a bunch of older guys working on it all the
Uh
time,
huh.
pretty much. Um, it's pretty neat. It's actually under my dad's building, which is kind of cool.
A
Um,
bunch of old. It's
per-
like that. All the people at the exchange thing were like old guys selling, old model
mm-hmm.
stuff, which I'm kind of
50
surprised. It's like,
plus.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm surprised. Like I'll look at on YouTube for like reviews of like new engines and stuff and like that, and like you don't see any, like, from what I've seen, the online model railroading community is not old at all. But then in person, you go to in person events and there's like no one under 30.
Yeah. I
It's a weird
I
dichotomy there.
I've noticed that happens a lot with like almost every interest because it's like the people who are really into it are people who have their life together and like just have the spare money to put into something like that. But the people who are reviewing them like on YouTube and stuff are people who are using that as their career so they
Yeah,
can be younger. And it's
yeah,
just
and
like
can afford to get the
yeah,
trains and stuff. Yeah,
because there might be a ton of people who are interested in it like you have an interest in model trains, but you're not going to like spend
two
a
hundred and
bajillion
fifty dollars on an
dollars on it.
engine.
Yeah, because you're not retired. It's just- that's the thing. It's interesting.
Hmm.
Me personally, I'm kind of wanting now to get into flight simming. Um,
Okay.
because I've been taking a bunch of lessons actually. I think I'm like 6 hours or something of actual flight training, like in an airplane. Um,
Yeah, I think you mentioned that.
and
I
yeah,
think
and
you
I
mentioned you're like, oh yeah, I'm not going to be able to come to this Echocraft recording. I'm flying a plane, and we're like, oh,
yeah.
okay, that's a valid excuse.
Yeah. um, I've actually been really enjoying it because I already knew like I want to go into like aerospace engineering and stuff, but like I figure having experience with airplanes itself would be helpful.
Hmm.
Um, even if I don't get like my pilot's license or anything, but I actually already installed DCS World. I just need to buy some of the extension packs, and I have on my like
DCA. Wait, is
Christmas
that a
list.
game? Is that a
Yeah,
flight sim
it's
game?
Digital Combat Simulator. Um,
Okay.
and it's basically all like air combat and stuff. And I want to get like rudder pedals and like a flight stick and a throttle
We've
and
got a flight stick.
try playing
My
that.
brother's getting into a farming simulator, and he
Oh,
got a
okay.
flight stick because well, the
It works
trucks
the
and
same.
stuff. But yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's
it does
also
the same thing.
compatible with Star Wars Squadrons. So I haven't had a chance to
I
play it yet
totally forgot
with a
about that.
stick. Yeah, but yeah, you can do. It's not
Oh,
compatible with Battlefront 2. I tried doing some of the campaign missions with a
I'm not
stick,
surprised
but
by
it's just
that.
not working. But
They're
yeah,
they're Battlefront 2 is
yeah,
not built for space battles.
but Squadrons, yeah, Squadrons is compatible with like
Oh,
modern flight stick
you just got me even more
stuff.
excited for that now. And I have my Quest 2. I can oh.
Oh, like VR flight. I don't get VR. I would not want to play a space game in VR. That just feels like it would make me so sick.
See, I understand the people who say that like, "Oh, I would get really sick," because I understand like my mom gets super motion sick really easily. So like I understand when people say that. It's just me personally, I just don't. So it's just to me it's just cool. It's just immersion.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah,
Uh,
I don't own any VR headsets, but like, my cousins have some and stuff, so I've been able to like use it.
Try it. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been able to try some VR stuff, and they're cool. But first off, they're expensive. Like, gaming is already an expensive hobby. Not quite as expensive, I'm learning, as model railroading, but still up there. Um, but yeah, VR is just like gaming is already expensive, and then VR is just like another step up from that. So I haven't really touched it
Yeah,
at all for myself, you know.
understandable. It's rough because VR is like, I feel like it's not gonna get cheap very quickly.
Hmm.
Because I think VR has a lot of potential if someone can find a way to make VR or AR or like mixed reality in such a way that it doesn't make anybody motion sick, it's gonna take off. It's
Hmm.
gonna, because I feel like that's like, honestly, people are like, oh, it's like the cost. Like the cost, yeah, I mean that's not great, but like cost on anything goes down after it gets used enough.
Yeah.
Um, like it's not really so much the cost, and it's not so much really anything else. It's the fact that like half the population can't use it for any extended period of time without feeling sick,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
which is a problem.
Hmm.
Which is why not enough people are playing it, which is why there's not enough people developing for it, which is why there's not enough games, not enough experiences for it. Um,
Hmm.
like even myself,
There's
like
the
I have a
Vader
headset,
the Vader
I don't
game,
use it
isn't
all the
there?
time. I have that. I have the first two chapters. I don't have the third one, um, because I haven't played VR in a while. Like I played it for a while consistently, and then I got really busy, and then I started playing Echocraft, and I just kind of stopped doing it for a little bit. But
Hmm.
it is fun. It is fun. I do enjoy
I,
the Vader
I
games.
I
It's a lot
definitely
of
want to
fun.
play that. Like I'm the kind of guy that like is not super picky when it comes to Star Wars. My mindset is like I try to find the good and stuff. Like Book of Boba Fett, a lot of people say it's like one of the worst things that ever happened to Star Wars, but like I look at it as
I
like,
don't
you
agree.
know, I look at it and like the Tuscan stuff was all really good.
Hmm.
Um, and
And I
yeah, it
liked
was
I
kind of
liked the
weird that they turned it into
mhm.
a Mando season 2.5 because that's
Yeah,
just going to
I
be
just
confusing for a lot of people, including my brother. My brother just started watching Mando and stuff, and he skipped over Book of Boba Fett because he had no idea. Um,
mhm.
and so and so it was like even people today, like I know a lot of people are saying, yeah, okay, yeah, 10 years down the line, people are going to be confused about this, but like Boba Fett hasn't been out for 2 years. Well, okay, actually, it's probably been out for 2 years now, and people are already getting confused about it. So,
Yeah. It's rough. I don't know.
so
It's just I kind of skipped over that part, like mentally. Like I watched it, but like mentally, I just kind of like absorbed it and went on and didn't consider it part of the show.
mm-hmm.
Because it wasn't Boba Fett.
Yeah.
It wasn't Boba Fett at all. Um, I did enjoy like the actual Boba Fett part though. Like there were
Mm-hmm.
a couple parts that were like, okay, okay, sir.
I,
But
I wasn't a fan of the Twi'lek Major Domo guy.
oh yeah, yeah. I liked the battle scenes. Like the battle scenes for the most part, except for like the overly elaborate stuff that they did with like the gunfire. Like that was, some of that was a little bit annoying. But like overall, like the big droids with the bubble shields, those were cool. Like the rancor being used to fight them, that was
Mm-hmm.
cool. Um, I guess I'm spoiling this for anybody who hasn't watched Boba Fett, but it's been 2 years. Come on, catch up. Um, is I enjoyed about 65% of it. I would say.
Yeah, I'll say that. Like I enjoyed, yeah, like 65% of Boba Fett.
Like the majority of it, I was like, this is good. This is Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
I am enjoying my time watching this.
Mm-hmm.
It
And then
doesn't
there
hold
were
a candle to
bits that
anything like Ahsoka, but
yeah. Speaking of Ahsoka, you said you didn't see the finale yet,
I
right?
haven't seen the finale yet. I
Okay,
haven't seen it yet.
bro, it's been 3 days. Catch up.
I know.
uh,
Ah.
I don't. I probably wasn't gonna talk spoilers anyway, because
Yeah.
this is like primarily a Minecraft-ish, kind of a Minecraft podcast. We rarely talk about
I feel like the
exclusively
main
Minecraft,
thing-
but
yeah, I feel like the only reason we call it Echocast is because it's all Echocraft members.
yeah. But yeah, but like just in general, Ahsoka, I really liked. I really liked it.
Hmm.
It's definitely like it's got a lot of like super cool stuff in it. Like it's not just hey, we're gonna throw a bunch of characters people love on screen and
Yeah.
just have fun
It's
with it.
not just fan
That's what
service.
yeah, like that's what a lot of that's what the sequels kind of had a problem with, and that's to an extent that's also what Obi-Wan Kenobi and Boba Fett had problems with.
Mm-hmm.
Even Mando season 2, I've been able to look kinder on it now because everything they did paid off, like Bo-Katan and Ahsoka, and like Boba Fett and stuff, like all that. Like
It
they didn't
did
just throw
connect
in
everything,
characters for the
yeah.
sake of it. They didn't throw in characters for the sake of characters. They did it because it was going to be relevant to the plot of
Yeah.
this kind of universe. So I've been able to look back on it more kindly. Um, but like Ahsoka did everything so well, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of people. I'm seeing a lot of YouTube videos on my recommended saying like, "Oh, Ahsoka sucked," or "Ahsoka was almost perfect," stuff like that, and it's just feels so weird to me to think about that because like I loved it.
Yeah. I don't know. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I didn't have much of a problem with it overall.
hmm Yeah,
I
maybe
don't
there was
know
like
if that's
one
just
or two little moments that maybe I cringed a little bit at or something like that, but for the most part, I liked it. I know a lot of people. Um, okay, never mind. I was about to talk about final episode stuff. Um, a lot of people hated Sabine, in the first few episodes, and I get that.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
but like in the context of the final episode, um,
It pays
she
off.
definitely she feels like Rebels Ahsoka in the final episode, and so it's definitely
Yeah.
like it was definitely more of like you know like Ezra's gone type thing, like she's kind of feeling lost in life,
Yeah.
and so in that case, like I've been able to look at I look back at the first few episodes as like okay, yeah, that's more
It
understandable.
makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. And seeing her like Ezra was great. Ezra is like, feels exactly like he
I
does
really
in
enjoyed Ezra.
Rebels.
Yeah.
And so is Thrawn. Thrawn, I know in a lot of people were complaining that they were able to like drive him back or whatever in the I think it's the seventh episode. Yeah. Um, basically Balian doesn't show up
They
to the fight that
repelled
Thrawn.
his attack.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. He was like, okay, it's an acceptable loss. And a lot of people were like, okay, that's not Thrawn would win that, you know. Uh, and
Undoubtedly,
it,
yeah.
yeah, like
I don't
Thrawn's.
think that was an actual attack though. I feel like that was more like a probe on his end. Like you could argue like he didn't want to straight out just kill them all immediately, even
Mhm.
if that's what he said.
Like yeah, and you could say like he's low on resources or whatever, or he's not trying to kill them. He's just trying to stall them so he can get out of the galaxy. But it does happen one or two more times in the finale where he's
Okay.
just like so where it's like yeah, we lost this, but it's fine. It's not our primary objective anyway. And so when it happens 3 times in 2 episodes, it's like, okay, that stings a little bit as a Thrawn fan. Um, but Lars Mikkelsen, that's not any problem with Lars Mikkelsen. He does an amazing job. Like he is so good.
Yeah, yeah. I'm really enjoying the actor Lars Mickelson. Is that was what was it called?
Hmm Yeah, he's
Yeah,
Mads
the actor
Mikkelsen's
does a great
brother.
job. Okay. I mean, I'm really enjoying the acting for Thrawn, for sure. Um, the one thing the one thing that I've noticed that I don't love about, like, this isn't like a, oh, this is ruining the entire show for me. It's just something I've noticed, like the original Thrawn, maybe not Rebels Thrawn, which I guess is what he's mainly based off of, but like Thrawn from the books, throughout, like from the Thrawn book, from Thrawn Ascendancy, he was
You read
he was
Ascendancy?
not evil, huh? What was
Hmm
that?
You read Ascendancy?
Yeah, I read the original Thrawn book and Ascendancy. and like in those books, he was not
Okay, cool.
evil.
Yeah,
He was
yeah,
not. He
I
was
love
not an
Ascendancy. I
evil
just know a
guy.
lot. I'm not sure how many people have read those, just because like a lot of people, a lot of Star Wars fans
And
don't
not
read books
many.
just in
Yeah.
general. And like, if you're gonna like, there is a lot of good stuff in those, but I wouldn't recommend them to a first time Thrawn
Oh yeah,
fan. You
not at
know,
all. Not at all. Because
unless you're like
it is a
hard,
different
unless you
character.
really really want to do chronological order, then you want to read either the canon trilogy or the Heir to the Empire stuff.
Agreed. And it's just it's interesting because now it feels like Thrawn is more just malevolent than he was in those books. Because Thrawn in the original, like in the books, he felt very like he was trying to do good in a bad system and didn't
Hmm.
realize it, or at least like was trying to fight it almost. Um,
Yeah.
and in that book, it made me wonder, like, how would Thrawn do in the rebellion, or how would Thrawn do in the New Republic? Because you could see him in that position, like you could see him being a good guy, and like a really good guy, like
Hmm.
if he had ended up on that side of the fight. Um, but like Thrawn from the Ahsoka series, like he's not a rebel. He's not part of the. He could never be part of the Rebel Alliance. Um, it's very obvious. Um,
Hmm.
so I don't know. Like it's not like a. Is it more of a nitpick for me? And I get they need to have like a big bad. They need to have an enemy. Um, but I like whenever the villains are a little bit more convoluted than just they're bad people. Um,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so I
And
just
I've seen a lot of people defend it, and I definitely agree. Thrawn in the original trilogy, Heir to the Empire, Dark Force Rising, Last Command, he's the same thing as he is in Ahsoka and Rebels. Like he's very much like you can see him as just a bad guy. Like he's
mhm.
super intelligent, but like he's a bad guy.
Yeah,
Um,
in Rebels definitely he has that personality as well.
yeah. Um, and not quite like he's still very respectful, but like yeah, he's very much like a bad guy. Whereas in Ascendancy and the uh the 2014 trilogy, like the 2010s trilogy,
Hmm.
um, he's not that, or at least he's yeah, like he's in a bad system. Like the Ascendancy is all about, you know, the government is bad and he's trying to
Fight
um
it, yeah.
they got bad policies and he's trying to do good no matter what happens, no matter if he gets exiled, which eventually he does. Spoiler alert, that's like a 20-year-old plot point or whatever. In Thrawn's story, he gets exiled from his own people. Um,
Yeah.
and so yeah, that's definitely like anyway, where was I going with this? I've heard the argument that because he spent so much time in the Empire, like among you know Vader and Palpatine, like he knew Vader and Palpatine personally, and was doing errands for them a bit
Hmm.
in the books. And so I've heard a lot of people say like you can't really affiliate yourself with Vader and Palpatine for very long without letting that corrupt you in some way. And it's kind
That's
of
fair.
in the way of like Gandalf. There's already a few Lord of the Rings references in Ahsoka with like Ahsoka the White and stuff. So I like it's like Gandalf. His fear of taking the ring was not that he would become evil. It's that he would do good, but his good actions, or at least his good intentions, would result in bad actions. Um,
Yeah.
and
He didn't mean to become he wasn't worried about becoming evil. He was worried about hurting someone accidentally.
mhm. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was Gandalf's fear of taking the ring was that he would use the ring to do good, but in the process become much more about um much more about the ends justifying the means. And so he didn't
Hmm.
want the ring because he was afraid that in his if he took the ring in his cause to destroy Sauron, he would, you know, he would be much more careless about people's lives. He would be much, you know, he people would look up to him in fear, despite him being their protector. And so,
Hmm.
objectively, you know, he would be doing good for the world, the greater good, but like not for he would still be, people would look up to him in fear and stuff like that. It's an interesting thing to look into, and that's kind of what I've considered Thrawn's later life to be, and a lot of people kind of consider that to be as well. As like he's doing good. He's trying to stop the Grisks from, he's trying to create an army, a navy. The Empire. He believes that the Empire is the only way to stop the Grisks. He believes that a force like that is the only way to protect the galaxy, to protect the ascendancy, and all that. But in the process, he's got good intentions, but he's going through it poorly, in an ends justify the means sort of way that I think makes a lot of sense if you look into the later life. So yeah, it makes sense that in Ahsoka, in Heir to the Empire, in his later Imperial years, he would be much more ruthless in his goals of protecting the galaxy. Whereas he wasn't that way in the Ascendancy.
Yeah, it's an interesting idea how he kind of the idea of just hung out with the wrong people for too long.
Yeah.
I do like that theory where he's just become bad over time by hanging out with bad people. Yeah. I'm enjoying Ahsoka so far still, even with that little character change. And there have been some changes over between like Rebels and Ahsoka and the books and Ahsoka, but I think most of them have been positive changes. The one thing
I don't know. Zahn's been. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
You keep going.
Well, Timothy Zahn has been directly involved with Ahsoka. He wasn't in Rebels, but he has been with this, which is more exciting because he's said straight up he considers the Heir to the Empire stuff the same character. Like he writes Thrawn nowadays with the Ascendancy trilogy, knowing that in his canon, Heir to the Empire still happens, and he is the same character. He's not writing a different character for a different universe. He's writing the same character with different events happening. And so, like, I wonder if he's got that same idea of, over time Thrawn becomes a bit more ruthless and stuff. So he's been involved with Ahsoka. So even though I'm a bit annoyed with the way that Thrawn is just kind of feels a bit more careless, bit weaker in the different things that happen in the last 2 episodes with acceptable losses. I'm a bit more confident that like, okay, at least Timothy Zahn is signing off of it, because he says he really loves the Rebels version of the character and Ahsoka. Anyway, go ahead.
The one thing, I don't know if this is on the finale or not, I really want to see TIE Defenders. And I mean,
oh, that would have been so cool.
Yeah, I figured they wouldn't be, but
no,
it's just he just has like six, even if he just had 6 of them and they just appeared in the ending scene. The other thing I wanted to see happen, which I know didn't happen, was I wanted him to come back and just obliterate those three Republic cruisers that were just sitting at the planet there at Cetos.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see him like show up and all the cruisers inside, they're like, oh no, it's Imperial Star Destroyer. What do we do? And but then one of them's just like, oh, don't worry. It's like half functional. There's no way that's a threat. And then they just die. They just get destroyed. They just absolutely obliterated.
I did see a tweet a few weeks ago. It was like, so nice of the New Republic to leave 3 ships conveniently waiting for Thrawn to show up and prove his skills.
Yeah, that would have been really cool, but unfortunately not.
Yeah, the finale was really good. I loved it. Yeah, maybe we should stop talking a little bit more about it without before we get into more spoiler territory.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
Yeah. The thing about the Defenders, though, is that, I mean, they were always, they were always prototypes. And
They
had
were never
Thrawn
production models, yeah.
had Ezra not taken him out of the fight at Lothal like that, he probably would have been able to get the defenders on production, because Vader liked him. Vader reluctantly gave his
Mm-hmm.
his blessing on
Who
them.
else
Who's like,
gave? I thought another like Imperial member gave approval as well. It definitely wasn't Tarkin. Tarkin was against it.
It was Tarkin and Krennic were both like definitely not.
Because they wanted the Death Star. They didn't want.
Yeah. It's been a while since I read Treason. Well, listened to Treason. Mark Thompson does a great job with the audiobooks, by the way. Yeah, it's been a while since I listened to. Was it Treason or was it Alliances? With,
it was in
Krennic?
Rebels too. It was in Rebels. Like,
Yeah,
that story
yeah.
was in Rebels.
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember which book was it where Thrawn was told to go find out what was stopping like the deaths. What was like there's the Minoc like cousin species that was like chewing on cables and stuff. Anyway.
Anyway.
but yeah,
You
Vader
can't
loved
just
him.
sit here.
Okay. That was something I loved, was they were not shy about referencing Thrawn's interactions with Anakin / Vader in Alliances. Like
I loved that.
they were all, it was all like the second he found out Anakin was Ahsoka's, or Ahsoka was Anakin's apprentice, he's like, okay, we need to change up our tactics a little bit. Take the fighters out of there. Take the fighters out of there. She's gonna be a problem. And there's a
and he was so surprised too. He was like, he just like looked at Morgan Elsbeth and he's like, "Excuse me."
he's like she's gonna be a bit sporadic. And there was I don't really man, I don't know if I want to say this because it's a finale line. It's nothing plot based at all. It's just a line from Thrawn. But anyway, he makes a couple more references to Anakin in the finale, a bit more explicitly referencing his relation in that book. So it wasn't even just a one-off thing. I think he straight up says, I knew your master. So
Okay.
it was
That
pretty
makes
cool.
sense, though. So, like,
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Okay, let's walk away from this before I'm tempted to talk about spoilers. Let's see. What else is new? Loki. Neither of us have seen Loki yet. That just came out last night.
Yeah, we can't really talk about that because,
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited to see it though. I hope it's.
Yeah. I loved season 1. Season 1 was really good.
Season 1 was great.
I've been going to the gym recently, and I hurt really, really bad. my brother has been acting as like a personal trainer, and yeah, it hurts. I had to take I had to take like Tylenol last night just before I went to bed. I was like, I don't want to wake up. Yeah, because I was super sore waking up yesterday. We did arms, and then we did back the next day, and so we did. I was doing some like deadlifts and stuff. And so my chest, like there's my chest, my elbow, like the joint there, my biceps, my back, all of that are just like super sore. And yesterday I was just on the couch, just like I don't want to do anything today.
Yeah, I would love to be able to say something like, "Oh, it gets easier eventually, and it'll be super worth it. You won't regret it." But I have never been to the gym ever, so I can't really.
You're in the same boat as me. You're like, you play Minecraft. It's kind of a given.
Hey, like, okay, 3 people on Echocraft are ex-military. Okay, I don't think that's true.
I guess that's fair. Have you seen Azuma? Azuma's never shown his face, but like, have you ever? He's shown
No.
pictures before.
Is he like
of,
super ripped?
He is so swole. It is crazy, and B-dubs as well.
B-dubs is pretty up there too. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and I think Corrales as well.
Yeah. Growls too.
Kraus
And
is
he's
like
got
a
a
lumberjack build.
yeah, and he's got like a big beard too. Like he looks like a lumberjack. He looks like
Yeah, it's kind of funny with Corrales though, because he's like big beard and like big lumberjack build, and then he
yeah.
talks like this, and he builds Minecraft builds in his free time.
Yeah, he's like yeah, I know.
Super contrasting, yeah, but it's
Mhm.
cool.
Anyway, I think we've been at this for a while
Hour
now,
and 16
actually.
minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, we cut out a couple times due to internet issues, but
I mean, I paused it whenever that happened.
oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. Well, in that case, yeah, might as well finish this up. Obviously, I'm way too my brain is just dying. Just trying to come up with stuff to talk about, trying to anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should finish this up. How about you do the outro this time, since seeing as you did the intro.
Okay. All right, I got this. Thank you all so much for listening.
Oh wait, no, wait. Okay, here I'll save you. Obviously, I'll save you from this. When we do a Q&A, we've got audience questions.
Oh. Right, one audience question and then we'll leave.
Here, okay. So, Toddy, I'm not sure how you say that. Tottii says, "What sports do you do/watch? Do you watch any sports?"
Watch none. Play tennis.
Okay, I watch
Very
none,
irregularly.
and I don't play any either.
We're like the worst people to ask that question.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, yep, Q&A. There we go.
That was
If you guys,
done.
yeah, if you guys have any questions, yeah, leave them in the community Discord or in the YouTube comments or Spotify. Spotify's got like a Q&A comment thing. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Why am I doing the outro? Pizza, you should be doing the outro here.
Thank you so much for listening. We hope you enjoyed. We hope you come back to the next one. And if you haven't listened to any of the other ones, you should go listen to those too, because they're great. And I'm imagining music playing right now, but there's not actually playing, so it's kind of awkward. Okay, that's the worst.
All right. We're both delusional right now, so we're just gonna quit. So, goodbye.
Bye.